Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome along to Business Owners Smashing It Online. Good to see you all. For those that wonder where we are, this here is the free webinar for business owners, entrepreneurs, and those with an entrepreneurial seizure, thinking that this is a great time to get into business. And of course it is. Those that don't know me, my name's Nick Cree. I'm your host for this evening, and waiting in the wings, who I will introduce to you shortly, is Steve Rosman. And he's given us a thumbs up there, and he's going to be talking about the networking secrets to get you to 6 figures in 6 months. So let's find out before we get going. I think I'm going to turn off Paul Sheaf's picture there, because he's waving pizza around in front of us. So let's find out who we've got in the room today. Totally optional, of course, but come and introduce yourself, your name, your business, and what is it you're hoping to get out of tonight? What drew you along tonight? So name, business, and why you're here. So who's going to kick us off tonight? I think that'll be Carl.
G'day, Nick, and g'day, everybody. Carl here from 5-Star Reviews. I am a reputation builder online, showing businesses how to generate 1 to 3 warm leads every single week from their Google reviews. I got to say, what am I looking forward to? Number one, I can't go past your tips, Nick. I implemented the Clockify.
Oh, you did?
Last week, and it's been really cool to kind of actually measure what I'm doing. And I'm always looking for some extra tips around the networking. So I'm sure Steve's going to actually smash it out of the park tonight.
Awesome. Excellent. Oh, good to have you back in. Glad that you're actually implementing this. It's always good to know that the apps and tools are quite useful. All right. Who else have we got here tonight? Put your hand up, unmute yourself, jump in. Otherwise, I might just pick someone. And being that sort of no one's jumped in, anyone? I'm going to pick Ron, I think, because he's just unmuted himself.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone else to jump in, but never mind. So yeah, g'day everyone. Yeah, great to see you on here again tonight, Steve. And it's always lots of useful tips and things come forth when Steve's online. So pleased to be here tonight. Our business is all about helping people in their 50s and beyond rewire rather than retire, and as I always say, Nick, discovering that the best is yet to come. And looks like you discovered a lot of that on the weekend at your webinar.
I did indeed, yes. So many good years in there, and lots of good ideas. So thanks,
Excellent.
Ron. Good to have you here. All right, who else we got here? Who's going to Pizza Paul?
Pizza Paul, thanks, Carl, for your suggestion. But I've just swallowed a bit. I'll come back to that. So Paul Sheaf from Paul's Productions. Video is the most engaging medium you can use to get your message out. That famous quote by that guy, who was it again? That would be Paul Sheaf, yeah. And yeah, so I create that engaging video. And amongst other things, I love to record speakers at speaking events, because there is so many things you can do with the footage after the event is over that otherwise would be out the window, gone, finished, kaput. The benefit of everybody, from the speaker, the organisation, of the event, and the attendees, and the ones who wanted to attend but could not.
Absolutely. So many uses for that content, and it is a shame to let it go to waste, and always good to repurpose it. Excellent. All right, who else have we got here tonight? Sort of hand raise, unmute. Debbie, how are you? Oh, we just spoke yesterday, didn't we?
We did. My name's Debbie Small, and I'm the founder of Empowerment Point, and I'm a business strategist. So I help to connect great business owners, and I also help business owners have a much easier business journey by helping them to know what their foundations of a business are, and to have a roadmap of all the foundations they need in a business.
Excellent. And good to see you again. You're doing some great things out there at the moment. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
been following some of that. Had a look at your new website as well too. So yeah, all good.
Thank you.
All right, time for a couple more. Any sort of takers there? Who else is eating dinner at the moment? Rodney, how are you? All the way from, where are we? We're down in Dermageddon, right?
We are, yes. Yeah, Rodney Allen, founder and CEO of Global Officeworks Virtual Assistants. As Nick says, I live in the Philippines and serve businesses around the world by providing both fully supported and self-managed office-based virtual assistants. And I was drawn to this seminar to learn how to improve my networking skills and especially try and figure out how I can give more than receive when I get in networking meetings.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, good to have you on. We had a good conversation the other day, so keen to continue that as well too. It's probably balls in my court to come back to you at the moment, so which I will. All right, and we've got who we got online on Facebook as well. Susie Manley, how are you? She's there watching cooking dinner for the hungry mob and watching it on Facebook. So all of you on Facebook as well too, a warm hello as well. All right, well, let's crack into it. My name's Nick Cree. So, and this is Business Owners Smashing It Online, just to check that you have come into the right room. If you found it's the wrong room, we'll stay anyway, because this is guaranteed to turn into the right room for you. All right, so let's have a look and see what we've got on tonight. We do have an agenda. So I've got some cool online tools to share with you tonight, as ever, and got some interesting ones tonight as well too. So I hope you like those. And we have Steve Brossman, who will be giving us a sort of a real run through the new networking secrets to get you to 6 figures in 6 months. So I'm looking forward to that because he did some pretty incredible things over the lockdowns there to get himself another 6 figures in a foreign country, another country, and from a standing start. And so there'll be questions on the, actually, I'm not sure how the questions are going to run, so I'll leave that up to Steve, but it's going to be on the way through on chat. But always in chat, you're free to leave comments, questions, and chat in there as well too. We do have a prize draw for tonight as well too, and this one is well worth staying for as well. So Steve is offering up a prize very generously, but I've got another contribution, another twist on this prize as well that Steve may not know about. But well, he knows there is something. I just haven't told him what it is. And but you want to stick around for that because it is pretty good. I can tell you that it's probably about $1,000 worth of value for this, and something that is really worthwhile. Totally unrelated to what Steve's doing, but still worthwhile. All right, and then we'll close off and we'll have our announcements for next events and bits and pieces like that as well too. All right, but what I'd love you to do right now is to check in on the social media platform of your choice. So whether that be Facebook or TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever's your platform, let's go and check in there. So take a picture of yourself eating pizza, or you could take a picture of the screen and feel free to tag me in, tag Steve in. If you're here with someone else as well, tag them in as well too. And if you think that there is someone else that would benefit from coming along, why not invite them along? So tag them in, invite them along, and it's not too late for them to come and join us tonight. So where you do it is just where you'd normally create a post. So on our screen, we have Facebook, and if you tap on the what's on your mind, a screen will shoot up from the bottom, and one of the options in the screen is check in. If you tap on that, it will bring up a range of options around, probably places around where you are. You may or may not see Business Owners Smashing It Online. If you don't, you can just search for it in the search bar at the top. And when it comes up, tap on it, and that'll bring you through to a post created. And that's where you can tag, add photos and all that sort of thing there. And there's a couple of reasons why we do it. One reason is obviously to spread the word of this event a little bit further, so that people that maybe have registered and have forgotten to come or not here, and I know there are some. So this might just remind them that they were going to be here because they see it popping up in their field. And but more importantly, it's for you as well too. So as people go around the web and they see these insightful comments that you make on posts and responding to other people's comments, what they do is, or if they're anything like me, is hover over their profile, click on their profile image, find out who is this person, and your check-ins and things appear on your profile as well too. And why that's significant is if they are looking to do business or they're looking to solve a problem, and you look like you're sort of the right person to do it, sometimes the events that you attend and what you do is enough to just to get them to contact you as opposed to someone else. And who knows, it could end up being a good contact for you and possibly even a sale. All right, so that is our check-in. Let's move through and have a look at our cool online tools for this evening. And I have just realized I have up last week's tools. So there you go. Let me just go and swap those out for this week's tools. Okay. And we might grab this one here. This is it. By the way, what you see on the screen, here's a bonus tool for you. This one here is called Get Toby. So this is not in our cool online tools, but this is an app. So it's gettoby.io or .com or something like that there. But if you just Google Get Toby, this is a way of organizing bookmarks in your screen on your browser. So this is just in my Chrome browser, and I can open up, you can see I've got a number of tabs all opened up the top there, and you'll see down the right hand side, in fact I've got one window open with a number of tabs open, and so there's a little download button there. When you click that, that allows you to save that session into a set like this one here. So you can see that I've got all of my cool online tools for all of the weeks preceding, all saved in here for easy access and easy reference. And all you do is once you have saved them, I've just named them as well. This is my 25th of the 10th, 2022 tools. There's a icon here, and that allows us to open up all of these tools into a new tab. And you can also share these with other people. So you've got a share link there, and you can see that there's a share link. I can share this with everybody. And actually, why don't I do this now? You're actually going to get all of these links into chat anyway. But with that particular link, what shall I do? Shall I give it to you now? Because you're going to go and look through all of these cool online tools before I show you, aren't you? So I might just save that there, and I'll give it to you at the end. So you don't get ahead of me and tell me what it's all about. So you can get a link there, and then that link there will then open up all of these tabs in your browser. Probably ask you to create an account with Get Toby as well too, but you can open up all of those links. So one of the most useful bookmarking tools that I have. So that's Get Toby. And we might even grab one of our team. Here we go. It's gettoby.com. We'll drop that into chat so you've got that as well. So there you go. That's your bonus tools and tip for tonight. All right. Next one I have for you is, oh, by the way, we will drop all of these into chat. Most of you probably know where the chat is. For those that don't, it's on the toolbar at the bottom of your screen. So that's the Zoom toolbar. And you'll see an icon there, which is a speech bubble, and it'll have chat underneath it. If you click on that, it will bring up a chat screen, and you can see that there are all sorts of chats going on there at the moment. And we're going to drop all these links in there, and you can see now the Get Toby chat in there. Also Get Toby URL in there. Now, the bottom right-hand side of chat are three little dots. If you click on that, the option there will be to save the chat. So you can save it to your computer, and as soon as you save it, there'll be a link that pops up in that little chat box, which you can click on, and it'll take you directly there. Now you can save it now, and you can save it incrementally through the evening. It'll keep saving to that same chat document on your computer as well too. So, but best time to do it is once we've finished our call on tools, and then again at the end of our session. All right, we have next call on sort of app is Meetin. So this here is a new one on the block. And this is an alternative to what we're using at the moment. Hope Zoom doesn't shut me down for showing their competitors on this platform. But yes, it is a competitor to Zoom, and it allows you to do some things that are more than what Zoom's got. So first thing it does, Zoom allows you to stream to Facebook, which is what we're doing here at the moment, and also allows you to stream to YouTube, but you can only do one of those sort of at a time. What this new platform, or meetin.com, does is allows you to simultaneously stream to multiple platforms. So whether it be a Facebook page, Facebook profile, Facebook group, YouTube channel, Twitch, or even through to a custom RTMP. So, and what a custom RTMP does, can't quite remember what the acronym is. Probably someone like Paul will know what that is. But that there is a service you'll stream there, and then that will then stream out to as many platforms as you want. So you can be streaming your live video or your webinar out to many places all at once. So so that's the first thing that's really helpful. And if you're running a free webinar, really good to get more traction and drive more traffic into your website or whatever it is that you are promoting. And you can share the video with a simple click as well too. So you can do things like share your PowerPoint presentations and that sort of thing. But the other thing that's really good about it too is that you can put things like screens on top or links on top of the video. So as you're streaming, rather than popping your links into chat, you can put them on top of the video itself. And so a bit like, if you've seen on those YouTube channels, calls to action on the YouTube channel, you can have those sorts of calls to action on the video in the middle of the, of your session. So, so it's pretty fully featured. It's obviously built after Zoom, so it's built using some more recent technology, and it by all accounts looks pretty good. I've had a bit of a play with it, haven't used it live, but it looks like a really good option. So you can try it out. They have a $1 trial to trial it out. So I think you get a 14-day trial with it. Price wise, it's pretty comparative to Zoom. And but it's more fully featured than Zoom for the same sort of money. So if you are looking for something that is on modern standards and a bit newer, then Meetin is good to try as well. Actually, one of their advantages that they do talk about, what are we talking about? They do things, if you're worried about security and that side of things there, they've got a list of things about what they don't do that apparently Zoom does as well with your data. So if that's important for you, then this might be an option to have a look at as well too. So that one there is meetin.com, METN.com. All right, next one is podcasting, as that's featured fairly highly on my list of things at the moment because I've been involved in a few podcasts speaking, and I think actually Steve's going to mention podcasting possibly tonight as well too. If you're looking for places or people to have you as a guest on a podcast, or you're looking for guests, then there is this site called Spreaker.com. So it is a podcast platform. It allows you to podcast on it, and you can discover various speakers and on there that you can approach and have them appear on your podcast and vice versa on their podcast as well too. So this one will stream out to all of the major podcasting platforms. You can scroll through, they are podcasting platform in their own right. They are owned by iHeart. So iHeart Radio, for those that may have listened to that, which is a podcasting platform as well. And it's and you can get started with that for free as well too. So they do have pricing. The pricing is pretty reasonable as well too. And they start free. You can have 10 episodes up on the podcast, and then sort of $8 a month, and then sort of up to $20 up to $120 a month. So even $120 a month for a full publishing platform is pretty good value for money as well too. But as I say, you can start for free. If you want to dip your toe into podcasting, this is a great place to start. So that is Spreaker.com. All right. Oh, this one here, Procurity.com. So people have heard of Afterpay and ZipPay and those ones there that allow customers to pay in installments. Generally, those platforms there, it means you get paid up front, but the customer can pay, let's say, Afterpay in installments. So it's good for your cash flow and gets a few more sales across the line as well too. So generally, those platforms are available for business to consumer. So, and the particular rules governing that there, they're not available for business to business. So if you've got business to consumer, things like Afterpay are good for you for your business. But if you're like me and I deal business to business, I know there's a number of us on this platform here that are dealing business to business, then Procurity.com is a platform that deals with business to business on that same sort of process. So what it allows you to do is to offer sort of limited payment plans for people or businesses. So you might want to split payments over, say, 3 months or 12 months. You may have an upfront option, and you may have a payment over time option as well too. And that's exactly what this platform does and offers. So, and it does integrate with your CRMs, integrates with Zapier as well, which integrates with all sorts of tools like your books program that you've got, and other platforms as well that you may wish to use as well too. So that one there. So if you're looking for an option there to offer time payments for businesses, because you're doing business to business, then this platform is worth having a look at. So again, you can apply, and they will the application process. They'll give you a phone call just to have a chat through your business, which is what they did with me. And but it's all a reasonably simple process with it. All right, next one I have for you is one called Pably.com. So who here uses Zapier? So Zapier is sort of an integration tool that gets one app talking to another app or multiple apps. So let's say you've collected data into a Google Sheet because you are using Google Forms, which is a really good tool to use, and you want to move that all of those responses that have collected in Google Forms into your CRM. Unfortunately, Google Forms hasn't got a native integration to just shoot all those through to your CRM. So a tool like Zapier, or in fact, this case here, it's Pably.com, allow you to connect the things like Google Sheets to your CRM so that you can get all of those people that have filled out a Google form, for instance, to get into your CRM and then into a campaign or into a workflow. So there are hundreds, if not thousands, of integrations. You can connect your website to your CRM. You can do things like connect your bookkeeping service, so whether it be Xero or QuickBooks or Zoho Books, or whatever, you can connect those to your CRM. You can connect various payment gateways and pull in data from your payment gateways as well. And so this tool here, Pably.com, allows you to do all that. So it really takes care of a lot of automation for manual tasks. So I mean, we use it a lot for, particularly when we're collecting data into spreadsheets, rather than having to manually upload those into the likes of our CRM, which is where we tend to live as well too. This just automatically allows that to happen. And you can do things like once people have say maybe filled in a Google form, or they've paid for your program, your service, you can connect that to your membership site or your courseware site, and have it and your CRM, and have it generate either a link or a login to give them access. So there's all sorts of ways you can use this. So as I say, Zapier was that's the one that we use. We've been using that for probably 5 or 6 years now. It does get a bit pricey. It's an excellent service, but can get a bit pricey when you're using some of the premium apps and using it quite a lot, as we are. Pably.com is an alternative. Hasn't quite got the same level of integrations. They haven't got quite the same number, but for most things, they've got hundreds of them there, and you're probably not going to use the ones that they haven't got for for everyday use here as well too. Reason why I'm profiling that today is they have a one-time offer on this. So what it means is you pay $249 and you don't have to pay any monthly payments. You've got this for life, and you've got a tool there to connect all of your apps together for life. So unlike Zapier, which is a monthly plan, we're paying, what are we paying? So it's about $1,200 a year, I think, for Zapier, around about that sort of level there. So which probably equates to, what's that? So $120 odd a month. So 2 months worth of that, and you've paid for it with this one-time offer with Pably. So even if you don't take the one-time offer, which I don't know why you wouldn't if you're going to go this route here, the pricing of it is pretty competitive anyway. Let's see if we can find the pricing. I did see that before. Come on. All right, here we go. $25 a month through to $200 a month for access to the various different levels. But if you're going to be paying the $200 a month, why wouldn't you pay the $249 to get access for life, as opposed to having to pay for it every month? So yeah, so the reason why I included that was because they do have this one-time offer for lifetime access. That's always my favorite thing when I get this lifetime access. So there you go. That is pably.com/connect-one-time, and grab that link, and you can check it out and get that one-time offer if you like. All right, very last one that we've got is, I've got a minute for this one before I hand over to Steve. That is Airwallex. People that are looking for an online account, Airwallex is it. But it's more than that. Airwallex is a platform where you can collect funds in multiple different currencies. You don't actually have a bank account in multiple different currencies. You have one account, which is an Airwallex account, but you can create virtual accounts in sort of hundreds of different currencies. So if you're working in Australia, working in New Zealand, working in US, maybe working in UK, then you can have a virtual account, which is a US dollar account. So it means people in the United States, they can deposit in US dollars into your US virtual account. People in Australia, they're depositing into your Australian account, New Zealand into your New Zealand account, but it's all in one platform. And so it's a very simple transaction to move it from one currency to another inside your platform. And in terms of exchange rate fees, they are pretty much the cheapest you will ever get. So 2 platforms I use are Wise and Airwallex, but you just don't get those ridiculous bank fees that they charge you for moving funds between currencies. This truly is the cheapest way you're going to do it. So even if you're going to move funds from one account to another, a place like Airwallex, you transfer your, if it's Aussie dollars you're working in, transfer it into Airwallex. If you need to transfer it into US dollars, transfer it in inside Airwallex, and it's going to be cheaper than you using any other, exchange service. It'll just save you a ton of money. And if you're, if you're having to make some payments in different currencies, again, that's really the reason why you might use that. So we collect funds in generally for us, US dollars, New Zealand dollars, and Australian dollars. That's most of our funds come that way there. And so, we've just got those 3 accounts which populate when people pay us directly. So it allows them to pay you directly. And this is not this is if you're not using, say, Stripe or PayPal to get payments. If you want people to deposit directly into your bank account, this is how you do it. You can give them an actual account, and it is your virtual account, but they can deposit money in from any bank into that account. And it's free to join as well too. So it's pretty simple to sign up and get it. Just like any bank account, you've got to provide your driver's license and passport and all that other sort of rubbish. Once you're through all that sort of stuff, then you've got your account set up. Oh, and they do have cards as well too. So you do have physical visas that you can use, and you can load those into your phone wallets as well, and you can use those just like you would any Visa card. All right, so that's Airwallex. There we go. That is a roundup of our cool online tools. You almost got a repeat of last week's one, so fortunately we were able to get that back on track and give you the brand new ones. Any favorites there? Just drop into chat which one you think is your favorite one, so we can see sort of which one is hitting the mark. Which one do you think is going to take you down that rabbit hole of procrastination, where you should be doing so work and the tasks that you're doing, but you're exploring these apps and tools. All right, so what about Get Toby? There you go. That was a sort of off the cuff one, wasn't it? That was lucky I had last week's tools up so I could profile that one. Yes, they are all cool as well too. Spreaker, yes, Pabbly, Airwallex and Toby, Spreaker, Airwallex, Toby, there we go. Fantastic one for us. Tabs Anonymous. Oh, there we go. Yes, that one there. Yes, that was Get Toby. All right, there we are. There's a roundup of our cool online tools. If you find anything in there that you happen to really like, feel free to drop it into Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook group. Always love to know what you're looking at, what you're doing, and if you find other use cases. If you're using an app or a tool that we should profile on here, let me know so we can share that out as well too.